Welcome everybody, good evening. This broadcast, this live stream is in place of tonight's concert, which should have taken place at Knepp, which is near Horsham in Sussex, fairly local to me. I can't really hide my disappointment for not just the cancellation of tonight, the Midsummer Tour, but all concerts for this year seem to be off. Christmas is still in the balance, but who knows? But the consolation for me is that I can work in my studio. So I'm in the live room here at the moment. This is where a lot of the big stuff gets recorded. By big stuff, I mean drums and bass, and if I have other musicians in, we all gather in this room and make a right royal racket. At the moment, I'm working on the album that would have been launched during my summer tour. The album is the sequel to Stringhenge, and it's called Wheeled Barrows. And there's a real connection with tonight because an entire side of the album was inspired by my experience when I played a little gig at Knepp a couple of years ago. What happened was the folk singer Sam Lee and the Knepp ecologist, who's a friend of mine, Penny Green, wonderful font of knowledge, Penny Green. I was invited to go and share an evening with Sam and a nightingale. So there I was in May 2018. One of the coldest gigs I've ever played in my life, because we didn't get playing with this little bird until 1 a.m, by which time my hands were frozen. But it didn't matter, because at Knepp they have an abundance of nightingales, and we found this wonderful chap inside a bramble bush in the middle of nowhere, and about 30 or 40 of us sat and listened to him singing, and Sam and I played. And this was a real inspiration, a real honour to meet that little bird. And when Wheeled Barrows is released in the coming months, there's a side called Rewilding, which is inspired by the work of Isabella Tree and Charlie Burrell, Penny, everyone involved in Knepp. If you don't know about Knepp, which is unlikely because it's famous across the globe now, then do find out. There's a fantastic book called Wilding, which I recommend. It's actually a real page turner as well. Well done to Isabella Tree, the impossibly named Isabella Tree. So what would have happened today? Well, it's been a blustery old day. It's turned out okay, but this morning I would have woken up in a hotel in Bexhill, because last night I would have been playing at the Bexhill Festival of Music, and then I would have climbed onto my steed, my beautiful bike, with a trailer full of instruments and gear, and cycled across Sussex to Knepp, where I will be playing tonight. The last concert of the summer portion of this tour is tomorrow night. That would have been at Clayton Church. But today's ride across from Bexhill, it would have been a bit of a test. Lots of hills, lots of wind, and 45 miles of pedalling. But, at this stage in the tour, I would be amazingly fit instead of sitting around in my studio. There's a little bit of film that we can show you, which has been made by Penny Green from Knepp. So I hope you find this interesting.
Hi, I'm Penny Green. I'm the ecologist at Knepp Rewilding Project and also a big fan of Richard Durrant. So really sad that you can't be here today to hear Richard in concert at Knepp. We were really looking forward to this. So in lieu of that, I thought I'd bring the wildland to you. We're here on a beautiful morning. It's dawn. We've just done a moth trap in the wildland, which was full of moths, all beautiful colours, absolutely fantastic. We can hear in the background we've got turtle doves singing. We've had 2 turtle doves singing this morning. We've actually got sort of nationally important numbers of them here at the moment too. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a stork stalking around in the background just behind me here. And it's been an amazing year for our white stork project. So we now have 2 breeding pairs with 3 chicks in one nest and 1 chick in the other nest as part of a re-establishment programme in the southeast of England. So we're delighted about that. It's also been a bumpy year for nightingales here, so we've been going out at night time and enjoying that beautiful melody coming out across the night sky. So we've probably got about 30 or so singing male nightingales, which, another red list species that is in decline elsewhere. So delighted that they're coming back here in big numbers too. So here at Knepp Rewilding Project, We've moved away from intensive agriculture. We've brought natural processes back in. So we've got longhorn cattle, red fallow and roe deer, Exmoor ponies and Tamworth pigs, and they're emulating their ancestors in the landscape here, and the way that they move around, the way they feed in the landscape, and the effect they have on the habitat here has just made it the most amazing nature reserve, and the nature is just flooding back in. We've got an abundance of insects, which then is really great for birds, great for bats, great for small mammals, and the arable weeds are just starting to come back again. So it really is a most exciting time here. We're so sad that this spring we've not been able to share that with our visitors, but we're hoping that we have a lovely live concert with Richard this evening, and we're really looking forward to inviting you here next year. So we're really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, all the best and enjoy the rest of the summer.
Thank you, Penny Green there from the Knepp estate. Can't wait to get back there and play a concert. There is a rescheduled concert. Each of my Midsummer Tour gigs has been rescheduled to next year, so let's hope and pray that venues survive, artists survive, and that our muppet-headed idiot of a Prime Minister doesn't mess up anymore, and that we can kind of get back to some semblance of normality. Stay safe and stay well, by the way. It's crazy out there at the moment. Where are we now? Well, what remains is to play you a film of myself performing a little Scottish folk song and a couple of bits of Bach on the tenor guitar. This is a film that was made in this very room, but it's still a live film. It's made with no edits. So my wonderful friend Peter Lisney from my online academy, the Richard Durrant Academy, shot this film. We made the recording one afternoon in here. And if you're interested in learning to play ukulele, guitar, tenor guitar, acoustic guitar, classical guitar, blah-de-blah, then go across to richarddurrantacademy.com. Please do stay in touch. There'll be another broadcast tomorrow night, this time a proxy gig for my appearance at Clayton Church. That's a little trundle down the road from Knepp across to that lovely church. The tour would have continued, of course, all the way to Santiago de Compostela. That's having left Orkney on June the 4th. I'll make that ride next year. Come and join me and come to the gigs. I've got a single coming out next Friday, July the 3rd. A single, Kenneth the Hedge. It's a conservation song. What could be more appropriate than a song about a hedgerow chopped down to make way for HS2? It'll be on Spotify any day now, so look out for the single. Go and visit Knepp when things return to normal and read that book, Wilding. Find out about wilding, rewilding as it's sometimes called. It's a very important part, a very rare part of British life, but an increasingly common part of the European landscape. So, hope you enjoy the music. See you tomorrow.